People's Health Movement of India.
Yeah.
I'm coming from Mumbai, where I'm also teaching, but I'm one of the joint national conveners of the People's Health Movement. I came here to also for greeting the National Assembly on behalf of the People's Health Movement India. I'm here for a number of other programs in the University of Western Cape also. I'm very impressed with this meeting. I see a lot of energy. I see a lot of young people. I see a transition happening of the leadership to people in the next generation, and that is very hopeful. I see also that there is both an engagement with the content of change that is required, the messages that are to be evolved, and also the organization, and taking both of it side by side. So this whole thing of looking at each province, what is their priority and what is their organizational need, a very good step forward. So I think it's a great hope to a lot of Africa and even an inspiration even to India. It's all right to know that India is doing very well relatively, but we also need inspiration, and it's good to see that South Africa is picking up so well.
Yeah,
my
Doctor,
best wishes.
The last one. As much as you've also quoted about the youth involvement in the National Assembly, what message are you taking to India? Do you want more involvement of youth in India also to be part of the
I think
national
so. I
movement?
think there is this greater stress we need to put on involving the youth in the People's Health Movement. And I see that we have very similar problems. The way the National Health Insurance has got some promise, but also a lot of dangers that we have to be careful about. At some point, the weakening of the public health system, the failure to recruit is obviously part of a global push by the global north on trying to influence policies. So solidarity between the nations of the south and between the peoples of the south, not necessarily their government, is the need of the day. And I think these movements must link up much more effectively.
And also, last question about the trip of the Prime Minister of India to South Africa. What are
I
your
think
views
the
there?
South African public health community should be extremely aware that there is a danger of reversal in the Indian patent law and drug policy, which we must avoid because of India's desire to get close to the US and the US pharmaceutical pressures to dilute India's law. India is not really implementing its provisions on compulsory licensing, which it can do, which it has a basis to do, and which has many countries can't do compulsory licensing because they can't manufacture it even if they got the patents. But India can manufacture it, and India needs to do more in this particular area. And I'm afraid that the last government was dithering, but it made some steps forward. But this government is not committed to retaining India's position as pharmacy of the South, and therefore I think that South Africa needs to impress on him how important it is that India backs the US pressure, does not surrender to it. In some sense, it's very important.
Okay, Doctor. And Doctor, thank you very much for your time and also agreeing to be interviewed by me, Lebohang, and hoping that we can have more engagement also in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.